What's going on, guys? Alex Fernandez here, coming to you with a chest day video. I'm sorry if the picture's a little dark. It's about like 7:30 at night right now in New York, so the sun is going down and we have limited light right now. But yeah, about to hit a chest day like I said. Finishing up my pre-workout. Got my Ghost right here, the sour watermelon flavor. It's really good if you haven't tried it already. Probably gonna hit some rack presses, probably focus mainly on flat bench press so that I can keep my strength up while I'm in this little mini cut for the summer. And yeah, I'll see you guys in there. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so one of the most annoying things is when the camera doesn't record anything of what you just said. Luckily, I only talked about the first exercise, so getting right into it now. What's up, guys? Coming to you with a commentary. I'm just going to take you through this workout, tell you a little bit how I was feeling, like what I'm doing differently, and without any further ado, let's get into it. So first thing I did was warm up with the bar. I'm going to be doing a little bit different style of programming. This is more along the lines of a power-based program. I'm doing this because when you cut down on your calories each day, your body naturally wants to burn the muscle first, or go catabolic as it's also known. So the best way to prevent this is to lift as heavy as possible every day of the week. And the best way that I could think to do this is by doing like a powerlifting style program, because what your body does is it'll adapt over time to the heavy training and basically tell itself to keep the muscle versus the fat, so it's more likely to burn the fat off and you'll keep more muscle mass in the long run. So I did 3 warm-up sets, once with the bar, one with 135, and then I did 10 reps with the 225, and then I started my 5 working sets. The working sets I did with 245, the first 4 sets with 5 reps, and then I did, on my 5th set, I did 265, and honestly I wish that I had gone with 265 throughout the entire exercise because I got it fairly easily. But what I wanted to do was kind of, not so much like the mentality of easing into it, but I didn't know what to expect exactly with all these sets. And as far as I've read, you want to have all 5 reps within the 5 sets be pretty much exactly the same as the first one, because what this will do is teach your body to use this weight more efficiently, and overall you'll get a better kind of sense of mastery over it. So every week you want to be going up by at least maybe 10 pounds, or every other week, whatever you can handle. So yeah, just kind of play around with it. Like, don't be afraid to go, I wouldn't say light, but whatever you can get 10 reps max with. I would go 20 pounds heavier and then just get 5, really master that weight, and then the next week go up. Moving on, I did next dumbbell incline presses. Now I did these fairly heavy also. I stuck around like 8 to 10 reps, but because my chest was so smoked from the flat bench exercises, I could only do the 95s for about like 7 or 8 consistently. Then after this, I really wanted to do a flat bench rack press just to work on my lockout strength, but they didn't have a flat bench available here that I could roll around, so instead I took this decline bench that I found just off to the side. Nobody was using it. And this was surprisingly difficult. Like, normally your lower chest is the strongest portion, and it might be because of the exercises I did before. Like, I might have just been fatigued, but I thought for sure that I was going to be able to get at least 3 or 4 reps with a 315, even after the exercises prior to this, but I was only able to get up to 275 for about 4 or 5. And yeah, like, the biggest tip I can give you here is the safeties aren't there to so much make sure that the weight doesn't like trap you underneath there. Instead, it's like you want to rest the bar on the bottom, not without taking your hands off and keeping everything else tight, and then press up. So it's kind of like a pause rep, but you're not going to have the tension throughout the entire rep. And with the decline, it was a little tough because I was so far down that one peg up would have put me at like maybe 10% of a rep, and then this one, it's like resting right on my sternum, so it was hard to, I feel like I was in between pegs for like optimal kind of bar height, but I worked with what I had and made the most of it. So the final chest exercises I did were chest flies. Now I haven't done these in a while, so I wanted to start incorporating them a little bit more, because once again, I'm predominantly a bodybuilder, so I went fairly heavy with these too, like 7 or 8 reps, focusing on the contraction, feeling the fibers in the middle of my chest really separate. And one thing one thing that I could say is most important, like you don't want to use your shoulders so much. Like you want to keep all the contraction in the chest, and the best way to do that is to, just like in any other chest exercise, kind of keep your shoulder blades retracted, and instead of like rounding around like this, you'll keep your shoulders stationary, and you might come forward a little bit, but it's not so much so that it's going to harm you in the long run or take away from the tension that's in your chest. Alright guys, that was the chest workout for today. Hope you all enjoyed this commentary. Check out the links in the description below for all my lifting gear. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video.